Was there a moment that you remember where TikTok became an obvious player?
Yeah.
Like there was a point where it was like it tipped and it was like, shit, we need to pay attention to this. Like as in the music industry needs to pay attention.
Yeah, there was for me. I sort of knew what TikTok was. I came across this artist at the time called Georgia Twin, who had, what was the name of the record? I came across this artist called Georgia Twin who was doing like a lip sync to a track called Hit or Miss.
Right.
And I think I came across it because she was like, her Instagram followers were starting to go crazy, and somehow I found that, and then I could see that like it was a rip, like whatever was going on Instagram, her content was a rip from TikTok. So I downloaded TikTok and I looked for Georgia Twin, and without really knowing what TikTok was, I could see that this young artist had like 200,000 followers on TikTok and like the same again on an engagement on her posts. I was like, what's going on here? So we invited Georgia in for a meeting, and I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, she did a deal with EMI. We didn't sign her in the end, but
This is when you were
this
still
was when I was at Parlophone. But
when were you at Parlophone?
I was at Parlophone right before TikTok. Parlophone's Parlophone's a Warner label. So when I said I was at Warner, I was at Parlophone.
Okay.
I was at ADA, then I went to Parlophone, all under the one banner of Warner Music Group. Anyway, that's how I found, that was my first encounter with TikTok, was through that artist Georgia Twin, and like working backwards, finding the platform that way. And you know, from there on, it was from there, that moment onwards, like 95% things were coming through TikTok. You know, that I was involved in, I was involved in the Wellerman conversations, you know, and that record with Nathan Evans was kicking off. You know, that was probably one of the biggest moments in A&R change, you know, moments where we as a community, I think A&R community in the UK or anywhere else, sort of realized things have really changed now. Just the way that record came about, how it was signed, the nature of the track, the nature of the sonic. And there have been countless examples ever since.
How long before you moved to TikTok was that?
The first one, 4 years. 3 years, 4 years. I also signed a record when I was at Warner that was briefly the most used sound on the platform. That was Jenny by the Studio Killers. Like, I think in 2019 had like 2 billion views or something.
It's what
I was kind of like
blow up.
I was kind of involved in that side of A&R prior to joining TikTok, and I suppose that's probably why I ended up there, right?